Hey, you guys. Good morning. Um, I just wanted to do a quick knock out a video. Yeah, a couple comments last night. On that video I was doing, and it was pretty good. Bulldogger tells me, he says, "Well, them Americans, they're never going to do nothing, and all that. Why don't they do nothing? The Greeks did. Well, the Greeks, they were the people over there who really ride it so far. They've been the unions and the people getting the benefits were cut off. The union truck drivers, they were doing a bunch of riots over there, and those guys were taking huge pay cuts and all this. And when the people here in this country get their stuff cut off, it will happen when there's food shortages, people don't have any money, and finally realize that they're not going to get any money. It's a controlled right now. It's this controlled, implosion of it all every day. No matter what the news you hear, it's always, well, that's okay. That's better than expected. Everything's still good. You're a little wrestler this morning. You want to get down, and she wanted to get up 2 minutes ago. Now she's struggling to get down. Um, but yeah, Obama and all these people in the CFR media, it's a controlled takedown of the country. And what's coming up next is Bernanke. They really need to print more money. He knows he can't do it right now. The markets are too high, and gold's kind of preventing them from doing it, as I put in that article from yesterday. But it's just day by day right now. People see bad news and they know things are not going right with them. In their own situation. But it's always, oh, it's okay. And right now, hey, the checks are still coming in. People are still getting their unemployment checks, the food stamps. 41 million people in America only eating because of food stamps, but that's going to end. It's not going to keep going on. We're not just going to keep printing money month after month in order to keep giving free food. So something's going to happen here. And why hasn't anything happened yet? Well, frankly, I thought it probably would a while ago, but it's just this day by day thing, no matter, and it's frustrating to see. Hell, you see the GDP yesterday, dropped down from 2.5 to 1.4% or something, but they said that's good news. And people so far are saying, oh, okay, I guess it's good news. I don't know. My check's still coming in, the TV and cable are still on, and the internet's still on, so nobody's doing anything. Everybody says it'll be okay next week. That's kind of what's going on here. But at some point, and I don't think it'll be a sudden drop off a cliff. It's not going to be a gradual letdown. At some point here, they're not going to be getting their checks. Millions and millions of people in this country, and what do you think is going to happen then? People aren't just going to be dying in their homes or whatever. That's not going to happen like that. People are going to be rioting for food. People are going to be stealing food just to get by on. And I've been saying myself for quite a while now, these brokers, any honest brokers, the honest bankers and these little banks, they better get together and figure out what's going to go on, because there's no need for big brokerage houses when the country's being run on SDRs. No need for it. And everybody, if you live in some place, it's a government thing anyway. No need for a bunch of banks and hedge funds and all this stuff. It's all going down. They're already laying off people left and right on Wall Street. All these big brokerage houses, they're laying people off like crazy. It's been covered over there on Zero Hedge whenever one of these brokerages lay off 100 brokers or whatever. So it's imploding, but on this small scale. It's only a personal depression. It's person to person, and people are losing their homes, families all over the place. Why haven't they done anything yet? Well, it'll be better next week, or basically, that's all there is to it. It's just this controlled demolition. No matter what comes out bad, they'll say it'll be better next week, but it won't. We're already saying all these the third quarter. I posted that last night. Even Schuler from Case Schiller says that yeah, it's inevitable now. We're sitting here at the top, and they probably just pumped the markets up Friday just for a chance for them to dump and short high or something. All those indexes ended up at a 1.6659%. Each one of them. Yeah, it's really well. Last night, hey guys, last night I just put a wrap on this handle, and I think it turned out really nice. Put a nice heavy cord on it, and I didn't give that little Strider wrap or whatever. But man, those guys, I don't know what they do with their knives. Those guys buy their Strider knives. I put an edge on it too. You can see the edge on the top and the main edge. It's really sharp. Very sharp. Well, those guys, what do they do with their knives? Put it in a display case. They're $400. And I got no problem using this one. And it's a quarter. Somebody was telling me it looked like an eighth inch thick. It's a quarter-inch thick. All the way out to about here where it drops into a point. But it's a quarter-inch all the way out. This is definitely a very tough knife. I mean, do anything a Strider knife will do. So, hey, anyway, guys, I figured I'd kind of make a video response to some of those replies I got, comments on my last video from yesterday. So anyway, hey, have a good weekend, and I think I'm going to go up to Aspen, maybe.